Okay, in this video we're going to, well, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to put the date back up on the same line as the newsletter, and then I'm going to put where it says old newsletters, I'm going to put that down where the date is. And if we also look, we've got another problem to solve. You notice that there's this, it looks like a lot of padding here and a lot of padding above and below the newsletter in IE, but Firefox doesn't have it above. Same thing, uh, Chrome doesn't have it above. So let's do this first. Let's move the date back up here. So to do that, I'm just going to take this H2 line and put it down here, the close H2. So now this label will be inside here. And then what I'm going to do is move the class back inside the H2 and get rid of this div. And what that'll do for us, I think, is get that top padding, make it consistent between the browsers. Let's try this first. So there, that jumps up. We lost our date, but at least it jumped back up. And here it is in Chrome, or Firefox, I'm sorry. And here it is in Chrome. Okay, so let's go see what happened to our date. I'm not sure why it's not showing up anymore. Oh, let's see. We made the CSS class newsletter subtitle, so we did this position relative on it. Let's just do this. Now I just want to change its font size, and I also want to change the formatting string in here. So rather than being, I want to have like 4 letters for the month, a space, the date, a comma, and then a space in the year. So let's try doing this, and I think it'll show back up again. Okay, and then let's put a dash in between these two, so it's a newsletter from the state. Or you know what? Let's take this guy and shove him over here to the right. So to do that, this newsletter subtitle, I'm going to try this and see if this works. And we'll try the text align right on this one. Okay, I don't think that worked. So again, we'd have to put him in something that we can shove over there. So let's just do this instead. Let's just say newsletter and then a dash and then that. And let's take a look at this. Okay, so that's a little bit better. I'm going to put another non-breaking space in here just to get a little more room on this. Or no, rather than adding content, let's do it this way. Let's do it the right way. So we'll say padding dash left, and then we'll make it 1M. So just add 1 character in there. Okay, oops. So it's a little too big. So we can knock that down. 1x. And then let's do something else over here too. Let's put in the link to the old newsletters. Let's leave it in here. And again, I'm going to leave it within this H2 because that's where I do the content title. That's where I put the background color. So I'm going to move this. Actually, I'm going to delete this text and move this link to the old newsletters down here. But I'm also going to put a break in here just to make sure it's down in the next line. So let's save this and take a look. Okay, so we need to change the color on this and also the font size, but let's take a look at it in Firefox. It's okay, so things are looking consistent. We just need to clean them up a little bit. So I'm going to add this. I'm going to actually put him in a class as well. And we'll say, I guess we can do it this way for our selector, because he's inside this content title. So up here we'll say dot content title A. We'll make the color white for all our A's, and we'll make the text, take the underline off, text decoration, none, so our typical link stuff. And then on the hover, when the user moves over it, we'll make the text decoration underline. And let's also change the font size on both of these. So font size 0.6 em. Okay, so let's give this a try, see what this looks like. Okay, so there it is, and our link to the old newsletters. And let's just make sure we're consistent. The other browsers. Good. So again, this is something we'll talk to Scott, see if he likes the way this looks or if he wants a different look on this. I'm thinking like this might look better italic or something too on here. Then let's just do the one last little thing and make that space a little smaller. So I've got it 1x, so I'm going to make it 0.75. Okay, so that tightened it up. That visually, that looks okay to me. Okay, so that's the end of this one. And let's see. You know what? Let's do the last thing here too. Let's fix the padding on this. And I think if we go and look on our default page, let's see, where do we have that? Not in the newsletter. On our products page. We looked in there. We had this product image, had this padding of 1x. So let's, this is padding on the right-hand side. I'll just put another one here. So we'll just call it newsletter image. So down in here, where we add the image, so we'll check the VB for this, because that's where we're writing the code for this. Inside here, we'll make a join a class. We'll say class equals newsletter image. And then we'll go back to our newsletter and add a class for .newsletter image. Hopefully I got the case right here. And we'll say padding, we want 0 on the top, 0 on the right, 0 on the bottom, and 1x. I don't know if that's consistent on the left. Just go check my case here in the VB code. Newsletter image, okay, good. So that looks okay. So let's just test this out. Oops. And so again, I'm looking for a little padding here. So that looks decent there. Okay, so everything's looking good here on the newsletter page now.